Have you ever noticed how your mind can turn one small uncertainty into a full disaster? A message is unanswered, and suddenly your brain says, something is wrong. A small symptom appears in your body, and your mind jumps to illness. A mistake happens at work, and now you imagine failure, rejection, loss. The strange part is this: most of the time, nothing terrible actually happens. But your mind keeps rehearsing catastrophe as if danger is always near. Why? Because your brain was never designed to make you peaceful. It was designed to keep you alive. And for survival, assuming the worst often seems safer than assuming everything was fine. Thousands of years ago, if you heard movement in the dark and ignored it, you could die. But if you assumed danger and reacted, even when there was none, you survived. That survival logic still lives inside modern minds. Your nervous system still treats uncertainty like a threat, and uncertainty is everywhere. A delayed answer, a facial expression, a silence, a financial doubt, a future you cannot control. The brain hates incomplete information, and when it lacks certainty, it fills the gap, usually with negative predictions. Because negative predictions feel protective, your mind says, if I imagine the worst now, maybe I'll be ready later. But something important happens here. Preparing is not the same as suffering in advance. And many people confuse the two. They think constant worry is mental preparation, but often it is only repeated emotional exhaustion. You suffer many times for events that never happen, and slowly, your body starts reacting to imagined threats as if they were real. Heart rate changes, muscles tighten, breathing becomes shallow, sleep becomes unstable. The body cannot always distinguish between real danger and vividly imagined danger. That is why catastrophic thinking becomes physically convincing. You do not just think the worst, you begin to feel it. And once your body joins the fear, the thought feels even more believable. This creates a loop. A thought creates tension. Tension creates more alarming thoughts, and those thoughts create more tension. Soon, your own internal alarm system starts feeding itself. But there is another reason. Your mind imagines the worst, past emotional pain. If you were surprised by pain before, your mind learns something dangerous. Never be caught unprepared again. So it starts scanning constantly, looking for signs, patterns, small risks, possible losses. Even when life is calm, the mind keeps searching. Because calm can feel suspicious to a nervous system trained by stress. This is why some people cannot relax when things are going well. Peace feels unfamiliar, and unfamiliar sometimes feels unsafe. So the mind invents possible disasters to regain a sense of control. Because, strangely, predicting pain can feel less threatening than not knowing. At least prediction gives the illusion of control, even when that prediction is false. And modern life intensifies this habit. You receive too much information, too many comparisons, too many warnings, too many bad headlines. Your brain is exposed daily to crisis, danger, collapse, conflict. Even when your immediate environment is stable, your mind absorbs signals of threat. And over time, it becomes mentally biased toward danger. You start expecting bad outcomes automatically, not because reality is always bad, but because your attention has been trained to detect what could go wrong first. This does not mean your mind is broken. It means your threat system is overactive, and overactive systems need recalibration. The first step is simple. Notice when your mind moves from facts to fiction. Fact: they have not replied yet. Fiction: something is wrong. They are upset. I did something wrong. Fact: I made one mistake. Fiction: now everything will collapse. This distinction changes everything, because facts are limited. Catastrophic imagination is unlimited, and unlimited fear always feels bigger than reality. Second, ask yourself, what evidence supports this fear? Not emotion, evidence. Your emotional certainty is not proof. The brain often speaks with confidence even when it is wrong. Third, train your mind to tolerate unfinished situations. Not every silence means danger. Not every uncertainty needs immediate interpretation. Sometimes reality simply has not revealed itself yet. And forcing negative explanations only feeds internal stress. The strongest minds are not the ones that never imagine danger. They are the ones that do not obey every fearful prediction. Because your mind produces possibilities, it does not produce prophecies. And many thoughts arrive wearing the costume of truth, but they are only mental rehearsals, not reality. Your mind imagines the worst because it believes it is protecting you. But protection without limits becomes imprisonment. And slowly, you start living inside scenarios that never happen. The real challenge is learning this. A thought can feel urgent and still be false. A fear can feel intense and still be inaccurate. And silence in life does not always mean danger. Sometimes it means nothing at all. Your mind is powerful, but power without discipline creates distortion. And most people never realize how much suffering comes from stories their own mind keeps repeating. Because often, the worst place you visit is not outside. It is inside. The future your fear keeps inventing. And the next question is even more important. If your mind creates these stories automatically, can you train it to stop believing all of them? That is what we will explore next.